So I just got done watching Guardians of the Galaxy. I think it was the third one by James Gunn, who has directed the first and the second Guardians of the Galaxy films, and Suicide Squad, the 2021 version for DC, which is actually pretty cool. I really love those movies. Oops, sorry about that. So what the movie was about was basically Rocket Raccoon, who's one of the Guardians of the Galaxy, gets mortally wounded from this dude named Adam Warlock, who is sent by the High Evolutionary, because they're like trying to get him back to study his brain, and because of him getting mortally wounded, the Guardians of the Galaxy, they journey and try to find a way to help their friend get better, which is through a passkey that the High Evolutionary has, and they end up like fighting against them and trying to get the passkey back, which they end up do, and a lot of stuff happens. I'm not trying to spoil it. The theater that I went to see it in was the Landmarks Theater. It was a pretty cool theater. The way I got there was my friend actually drove me, and I kind of sat with him. It's pretty cool. So I'm not gonna lie, when I got in there was nobody. Like everything was so dead. There was some dude that was laughing at the jokes, but that was about it. I'm not really used to that. Usually the movie theaters I go to, which is like an AMC or something like that, a lot of them have like a lot of crazy people, and they're pretty packed. So the vibe of the theater, I kind of really liked it. I liked how it was inside of a theater. It was like a little maze. I had to kind of find it. So what it was like watching the movie, it was pretty good. Although it was stuttering a bit, but apart from that, like the audio was great. The seats weren't that comfortable, and my seat was kind of creaking a little bit. But beggars can't be choosers. Throughout the movie, it was really happy. There were like a lot of moments where it was funny. I found myself chuckling throughout the movie. A lot. Also, it was pretty sad, especially somebody's backstory. I'm not gonna get into it. Somebody's backstory, which was really sad. What else? Oh, some of the team members left. Sorry to kind of spoil that, but it was a really big part of the movie, and it's kind of made me sad. I loved the movie. The movie was it was really good. I loved it. It kind of set a new bar for the Marvel movies, especially like I think they're in their phase 4. I set a really high bar for it. I would definitely recommend this movie. I loved it. I loved how dark it was, especially how dark it was. It was different from all the rest of like the Marvel movies. They're kind of like I would say like they're kind of babyish and like meant for like I guess like the younger audience, but like we gotta kind of grounded and like kind of I wouldn't say gory, but it was it kind of was gory a little bit. So what I took from the film was the use of colors. Just like how I learned in the film studies, how colors can like either tell or help tell a story, and like throughout the movie, there are a lot of dull and dark colors. Kind of like how the movie they're trying to like talk about is a dark one, which is actually pretty cool. Also, there are a lot of like over the shoulder shots. I've seen that, whether it's them talking or like when they're getting boarded by Ravagers. Like it's a lot of like overhead shots. You kind of feel like you're in the crowd, which is kind of cool. Kind of angles helping you to tell a story, which is pretty cool. So one prop that I would definitely have is the Yaka Aero controller, which is like the little fin that I forgot his name, but I know he was a Ravager, which is like basically it's like a fin, and then it's like an arrow, and like with the fin, through your whistles you can like control the arrow, and it can like go through metal and all that stuff, which is pretty cool. It was kind of underutilized in the movie, but in all the other movies it was pretty good. So I just got done watching Hypnotic by Robert Rodriguez. He's best known for directing things like Alita Battle Angel, Sin City, and Machete. So the movie Hypnotic was basically about a detective named his name was Danny Rook, and after learning about like his daughter through like a little bank heist, he set down like this literally mind-bending journey because he finds out about a secret organization that's using his daughter and using a lot of hypnotists to like abuse people with their power through like looking at them and like speaking. He tries to put an end to it, which he ultimately does. By the end of the story, which is pretty cool. I saw the movie in the Logan Theater. I got there. I got there by getting a ride from my friend, which was pretty cool. And the audience, again, just like Landmarks. I don't know why, but it was so dead. It could be because I went at like I don't know, like 9, but it was pretty dead. The atmosphere was pretty dead. The vibe from the theater, I really liked the vibe. The people at the, I think they're called the concession stands, and like where they hand out food, it was pretty cool. They were joking around with us, talking about about enjoying our overpriced Pepsi and Coke and nachos. Watching the movie, it was pretty mind bending. They used the crazy optical illusions, kind of like Doctor Strange, but like not as high budget. But it was still pretty cool seeing the tracks go like spiral upwards and then like becoming the sky. That was pretty cool. And the movie made me feel honestly like mind blown. By the end of the movie, there's a big ass twist that you really didn't see coming. Especially that there was some pretty big ass twists and turns that you don't really see coming by the end of the movie, which is pretty cool. And I kind of had my jaw dropped. This movie really made me feel what should I say? It kind of it made me feel like perplexed because I don't really see any of the twists and turns coming, Danny being a hypnotist as well, which is pretty cool. I didn't really see that coming. So what I noticed or stood out to me was I guess Ben Affleck's acting. I've never really seen Ben Affleck as other than the Batman guy. So seeing him in another role was pretty cool, especially in like a detective and dramas role. I would definitely recommend this movie. It was pretty cool seeing the optical illusion, seeing everything bending. Seeing like people like either shoot themselves or like shoot other people with just like a person staring at them. That was pretty cool. So I would totally recommend this movie. This movie was a blast, especially in the theater. In the Logan Theater. If you find yourself in a theater that doesn't really have a lot of people, it's a blast. You could be as loud as you want. Yeah, you could be as loud as you want. Not saying I was being pretty loud, but yeah. Something that I could take from this movie and connect it to my film studies class was lighting telling stories, or lighting helping to tell stories. Like in some scenes, the power would just go out and it would be dark red, and that's an obvious like warning that something bad's gonna happen, or something like bloody's gonna happen. The costumes, the red on the costumes, it was kind of like signifying like, oh, like these are the villains, even like before like you find out that they actually are the villains. If I could have one prop from the movie, it would. There wasn't really anything cool, but I guess if I had to choose, was probably a So they didn't really have any cool props in the movie. I'm just gonna go basic here, and I'm just gonna choose I don't know one of the guns that they have, because that was honestly one of the best ones. Yeah, that was honestly one of like the coolest. That was one of the coolest items that was really used throughout the movie. You know, I can't really say the hypnotist powers, because that's not really a prop. So I just got done watching John Wick 4, directed by Chad Stahelski, and he's known for directing the other three movies, or the other three John Wick movies. The movie was basically about it basically picked up after the third one, where like he still has this bounty and he's still like going up, and now he just like wants to fight the High Table, which is like basically like an underground organization that that basically wants to kill him. And I was at home, you know, sitting on my couch while I was watching it. My surroundings, it was basically empty. You know, I had a bag of chips by my side. I had my pets. That's basically it. So I watched it. I airplayed it on my living room TV. So I used an illegal website actually to watch this movie. Because I wanted to watch something pretty action-packed, and I haven't watched John Wick 4, but I heard that it was action-packed, which is pretty cool. The screen, I don't know, the screen was relatively, you can't turn around, but it was like, I guess that big. I don't know the measurements, but yeah. I did not watch the movie with anyone. I watched it with just me, my dog, and my cat. But I was working on my final exams while I was watching the movie, so I didn't really get to like focus too much into it. But I did get to see like a lot of the major fight scenes, which was pretty cool. So the movie kind of made me feel like I could take on 12 people at the same time. You know, some martial art type shit. So what I noticed or stood out to me was they abused the use of the color red. Like everywhere you would go, you would either get like a little hint of red, or you would see a little hint of red. Like it would just be like full on red. It was pretty cool. You know, it was pretty bright too. There are a lot of colors. I didn't really expect it. I didn't really expect there to be a lot of colors, but you know, pretty cool. I love the movie. The movie was pretty cool. The action, you know, it really picked up. I feel like there was a lot more action in this movie than there were in the other three movies. As well as I feel like the camera work got a little bit smoother. You know, there was like a lot of transitions, and like the scenes where like they were fighting, and like the camera would be like, I don't know, like it would just be really smooth, and like the fight scenes were really smooth. I would definitely recommend this movie. This movie was a blast. You know, watching all the fight scenes, watching John Wick, you know, handle shit, kill some people, and you know, starting his like own little underground organization which is pretty cool. So what I could take was, you know, so the use of, sorry about that. The use of the colors, you know, the color really told the story. You know, there was like I just said, a lot of red. So like, you know, that kind of told the story of like, or like it gave you like a sense of danger. You know, everywhere you went, there was a lot of red. So like you're like, damn, there's something gonna go down. There's something gonna go down like that. Also the use of camera shots. I seen they used an overhead shot to like to show John Wick basically like fighting a group of guys with a shotgun throughout a building, an abandoned building, and like it was pretty cool because it's like his shotgun was like shooting fire bullets. If I could have one item, I would definitely have the I think they're like Kevlar infused bulletproof suits, which is pretty fucking cool. You know, you could look stunning while taking bullets, and you know, it made them look like they were Superman, which is pretty cool. Yeah. So, what was I gonna say? Oh, so so my experience during this semester in film studies was, I liked the class a lot. The material was a little bit different. Oh. So the material was a little bit different. It was a lot interactive than all my other classes. We didn't really break up. Sorry about that. We didn't really break up into groups, or we didn't do a lot of group work. Although, yeah. Also, I liked how you would like choose different teams for you would try to get different people like on each other's teams, so like we could create connections, and that like I really like that, and I made some friends because of that. It also kind of taught me like I guess to go on my shell a little bit more. So like I started talking to like a little bit of like my classmates, which like I would never really do before. Some things that I really didn't like. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes, the group work was fun, but like sometimes, like getting into like group and like talking to people, sometimes it could be exhausting. But like it was fine. It was fine most of the time because like after like a minute or two, like somebody would crack a joke or something, and like that would liven up the group, and like we would just start talking. What stuck on to me was how you said that we can get through this world without making connections. That really stuck with me. I'm trying to make as many connections as I can. Like I said, I'm trying to like speak to my other classmates. Trying to say, "Oh, what's up?" Or if I see them like walk into like a library or something, like going up to them and asking them like, "Oh, what's up? Like, how you been?" So something that I learned that surprised me was, definitely the different amount of angles. I did not know there were that many angles in cinema. Because I'm not really paying attention to all the different camera angles. But after this class, I really started focusing on that. I got like a lot of like, like it kind of trained my eye. Yeah, it really trained my eye to like spot all those little things. The different camera angles, the colors, the different type of lighting. Everything that makes everything that helps tell the story. What would I have liked to learn more about the class? Definitely a little bit of editing. I know we didn't really get into it, but it's a film studies class, so we probably wouldn't even study that. But I'm pretty fascinated in that, so I would have liked to learn more about that. Also the different camera angles. I've seen a lot of camera angles now that I've been in this class, and like I kind of want to learn more about like the different origins, and like what these different shots convey, and all that type of stuff. If any changes, what changes would I make to the class? Honestly, something that I would change would be something that I would change about the class was I would try to incorporate, maybe like try to make us do more movies. I know that seems like a lot, but like the movies were really fun. I like doing the movies, especially coming up with the movies. Talking to my classmates, and overall like feeling included, because like I would talk my opinion, like they would consider it and all that. What else? Another thing that I would change for sure would it would be the popcorn and like different flavors. I didn't really want to say anything in class or anything like that, but since right now I could like hypothetically change anything, that's what I would change. The popcorn wasn't really that good. The flavors too. What else? Also, maybe a little bit more presentations. I mean a little bit less of presentations. I know like presentations are like, we can have a class without like lectures or presentations or anything like that. But like if we could have like maybe a little bit less time on that and a little bit more time on like filming the movies or like the team building, I feel like that would like benefit us a lot. Yeah. Thank you.